So I have been getting tons and tons of comments saying, Lucent, I know how to get my loops to be better. I know how to make good beats now. I have 3 million Billboard #1 loops and beats sitting on my laptop, but I don't know how to get them to the right people. Where is the networking video? Well, it is here. I'm going to be going over everything and just the fundamental basics of what you need to know about networking to producers, to engineers, and overall just how to reach a broader audience and overall just get more connections in this industry. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so the first best way to network, in my opinion, is to actually get eyes on you first. And there's multiple different ways that you can do that. You could post tutorials on YouTube inspired by different producers or artists, post your loops or your beats on Instagram and TikTok, social media platforms, because really in the end, you never know who's watching your videos and who enjoys listening to your music. When you do that, you just increase your chances of being able to network with a bunch of different people that you didn't even know in the first place. And I know a lot of producers that have posted their music to social media platforms and have had big artists and big producers reach out to them just from that. I think that's one of the best ways to network in the first place. It's probably not what you're expecting to hear, but if you aren't making content and, posting on social media and any of that, I definitely just suggest maybe trying to get into that. So the next part of networking is going to be offering instead of asking. Just think about it. I wonder how many producers, especially the bigger producers who have industry connections, I wonder how many times they get DMs every single day, just people asking for their loop email. There's probably so many, or even nowadays there's like established loop makers. I wonder how many people are asking to send them starters. You have to pretty much either offer something that could be of use to them that they'd actually want, or you have to reach out in a way that's just different from what everybody else is doing, because the chances are if you just reach out to them asking for their starter mail or their loop mail and you're not really established yet, they're not going to answer you, just straight up. So some ways to offer instead of ask, especially when you're reaching out to someone in the DMs, is to offer maybe something like a drum kit that you've been working on that you're gonna post for sale, but you want to send them to it for free. I heard one guy, I think Ziptiano, I think that he made cover arts for producers, and then that's how he ended up getting a Rodwave placement or a Lil Baby placement. One thing that I've done actually is I've done tutorials about certain producers, like TNT. I'm sure you guys know him. He produces for Rodwave a lot, and Turbo, and I've been able to reach out to those guys because I made tutorials for them, and then I reached out to them, telling them, hey, I made a tutorial, if you guys want to go check it out. Then that's how you build a relationship from there. What I definitely suggest is just trying to just really think about a way that you can reach out to people that's going to be different than what everybody else is doing, and especially consider the fact that you should be offering instead of asking, especially with first impressions, because those really last. So another pretty big mistake that I see with producers trying to network is that the whole thing that's on their mind is just trying to network to as many producers in a single day as possible. While people do that, and that could actually work, I think it's pretty inefficient, especially when you're looking to build relationships with producers that could last potentially years, like lifelong relationships. What I would do is I'd approach it in a totally different way. What you can do is you can check out what they're really working on other socials. Maybe they have a TikTok or YouTube that they post on. If you genuinely want to work with this person, I would go on there, I would post some comments, I would follow them on other socials. Once they see that your name is pretty frequent in their socials, then they'll know oh, this guy's pretty cool. I think he actually wants to work with me. He's not another one of those producers who just asks for my loop email and then moves on with their life. And that brings me to my next point, which is reaching out to people who you genuinely want to work with. And I talked about this in a couple of my other previous videos, but reaching out to people who you genuinely want to work with is going to be best for you, because you're not focused on just sending loops every single week. And there's nothing wrong with having an enormous email list of people that you send loops to, but I feel like you should have at least a list of people that you genuinely like working with, that you make great music with, because those relationships could last a very long time and they could lead to even more opportunities to working with other producers and other artists. Okay, so now I'm on the last step, and you guys are all probably wondering, okay, I know what I need to do to network to other people now, so how do I actually get to the part of finding people to network to? Let's get into that right now so I can show you guys how to do that. Alright, so as you can see, I am on Genius here, and what I would do is I'd first find an artist that you want to work with. So let's say I want to work with Travis Scott. I would type his name in, and then I'd click on him. And then what I would do, and what most people do, is they just go to their most recent album or their most recent single, whatever you want to go through. You can go through a bunch of different stuff. And then I'd scroll all the way down until I find song credits. This is what you want to pay attention to right here. And then when you go down here, show 23 more, you can pretty much see all the song credits of all the producers, writers, you know, like everybody who played a part in making the album. And what you want to pay attention to if you're a producer is right here, the producers and the recording engineers. You could of course reach out to many people. I mean, all these guys have connections somehow to Travis Scott. I feel like it's going to be best if a producers, and you have better chances of getting a response back if you reach out to the producers or the recording engineers, because the recording engineers are going to need beats for that artist and the producers are going to need, you know, loops, starters, all types of stuff. So once I find a producer that I want to work with, Metro Boomin, for example, you can usually go on their Genius profile and then they'll have their Instagram linked, and then you can reach out to them from there. Like I said, it's really important to reach out to people and want to build a relationship with people who you really want to work with. So I wouldn't just go through every single one of these people and then just say, hey, what's up? Can I send you my loops/beats? I would actually go through, check out their music, see what they're working on, follow the steps that I was talking to you guys about previously, and then reach out to them after that. Utilizing Genius is a great way to reach out to people. 100% recommend. I don't really know any better ways right now to network to people, because this links their Instagram and Genius shows everybody who played a part in the album. I think this is the best way by far to network to people. But that pretty much sums up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope that you guys learned something from this, but I better not freaking see you guys going into people's DMs and then comment or, you know, typing loop email and then question mark. I don't want to see any more of that. But that pretty much sums up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you guys did enjoy this video, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribed, if you guys liked this video, if you guys commented. You guys can also tap in with me on Instagram, but we are very close to 60k subs, and this could be the video that I post that helps to get me there. And 60k subs is almost 200k subs, which is my next goal. I mean, we are kind of forgetting about 70k, 80k, 90k, but it goes from 60k to 100k. I'll link in the description if you guys want to come join my Discord server, get my website to all my kits. I have my hardwired multi-kit that's like $5 right now. But I will catch you guys in the next video, but until then, I'm out.